coming to you, I guess, live. We're going to be talking today about NetSuite Fundamentals. And so what I want to do is I want to talk to you about NetSuite because so many of you have been asking questions about how we do things and when we do them in NetSuite and all that good stuff. So in the description of this video, you're going to find, pardon me, in the description of this video, you will find the link for NetSuite and a few other things. You should have been sent a link if you're a new employee, or if you've been recently given access to NetSuite, you should find an email in your inbox from NetSuite, from Bear Creek Landscaping and Construction, LLC. And it'll say that you have a one-time access to NetSuite. And so you need to go and set up your password. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this guy with just saying that this is your NetSuite login. Again, the link will be in the chain down below. So all I need you to do is go and check that out. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to log into the system. It's going to bring up this site right here, and you're going to put in your credentials. This would be your email address and whatever password you want it to be. If you don't see this address, then you are already in the wrong place. And I'm going to say start over again. You're going to go to login. Now, for the sake of argument, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to change from my administrator role to the role that you're going to see, because there's a lot of information that comes along with all this stuff. And I want you to be able to see what your information looks like, not mine. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is called your dashboard. Your dashboard is on your desktop when you first come into NetSuite. It'll be the first thing you see every single time. Every single time you come on, okay? So one of the things you're going to notice right off the bat is it has the logo up here, it has our logo here, a search bar, some more information across the top up here. We'll talk about this quick button here, a help, a feedback, and a login. Now this guy here is how you're going to log in and how you're going to change your roles when you're talking about different things in the system, okay? And if you only have one role, like 99% of you, you're going to have what's called a Bear Creek Landscaping Sales and AR role. And in that role, you're going to be able to perform all the functions that you need to perform on this video at this time. So what I would like to do is just kind of take you through the fundamentals of what you see in NetSuite when you first begin. So this guy here is actually a window for most recent documentations or transactions opened. It can give a sales orders, estimates, leads that we may have put in, information on a lead that we were recently looking at, so on and so forth. And this will hold up to about 8 to 10 items depending on how many you want to do. The star is about your favorites or shortcuts that you've created, and we'll talk about that in another session. It's not necessarily advanced, but it is a little different. This gets you back to your dashboard, okay? If you just hit the home screen, I'm just going to go here just to make a point. Maybe. There it goes. Okay, so I just went to the opportunity screen, but what I want to do is I want to go back to my dashboard because I want to start over. And I just want to go home. I think of Billy Madison when he's like, just go home, ball. Anyway, sorry, a little movie prelude there. So this is my dashboard. Now, you can customize these windows. We're going to be talking about these certain windows in more videos to come, because one of the things I would like for you to do is set up a reminder list for like the leads and opportunities that are in here. Okay, items sold. You're going to be able to change this, but I do want you to see this. This talks about how many sales I've had, how much new business and orders. This is me as a salesman. These are my numbers, okay? New business, any number of orders, average deal size. So if I'm a designer and my jobs are between $45,000 and $70,000, depending on where they land, my average deal size might be $60,000. That tells me I'm sitting in a zone to hit my goal for the year, which we're going to talk about goals in another video down the road as well. But you'll be able to accomplish that, okay? Key performance indicators. Key performance indicators, or KPI, are things that you may want to check out when you are looking at sales, opportunities, average sales weekly, leads closed, a whole bunch of information. Again, guess what? That's right. We're going to visit this on another video as well. The portlet date settings. This is kind of interesting because you can actually set this up. The portlet, by the way, is this. So if I want to see what my forecast looks like, or what this quarter looks like, or today versus yesterday looks like, or a whole bunch of stuff, the quarter versus last year, all you have to do is check on this video here or this one here. And it'll actually bring up a whole new set of records for you based on that criteria. Now, clearly, we don't have that criteria because we just started using the program. Just a side note, the historical data will be back in place sometime in the very near future. Okay. All right, moving on. Personalize. Let's talk about this. This is huge, guys. This personalization actually can drag and drop these to where you want them to be. KPI meter. You just drag and drop it. What do you want that to be? Do you want it to be actual versus forecast? Forecast versus quota? Sure. Let's do that. Because what I want to know, and the setup now, and again, going to be covering this in a video, so don't worry. I don't mean to go fast. I'm just showing you the tools that this has. A forecast versus my quota, my team, only mine. So what will happen is I'll have a quota that's set for me, okay? And then there'll be a forecast. It'll actually print it in there. Oh, but I don't want that one, Russ. Okay, no worries. Relax. Hit remove. Start over again. Maybe you want login information. Why you'd want that, I'll never know. If you want to do a quick add, or if there's something else that you want. Okay. That comes with this personalize button. So anytime you want to add something to your dashboard that you see, I would recommend that you go in there and check it out. Okay. The layout is important. I'm going to ask all of you to use this layout right here. And the reason I want you guys to use that layout is very simple. I would like you to use that because it has this window pane, and then one window pane here. You can use them for different tools. Now, if you find out that you don't need as many tools after a while, fine. Simplify it. Get rid of this window pane here. Make this simple. Call it a day. No harm, no foul. The only one that cares about your dashboard is going to be you. Okay? So let's go back up here to the dashboard. Set preferences. Now, guys, I taught you about this before, and if you haven't done this yet, you should be doing this by now. This is information that you get to fill out. I don't do it. It's not done for you. So once again, you're going to not click on it. You're going to go up here and highlight the little house, click on preferences. You're going to put in your name. Your title, by the way, is either sales or account manager in sales, or it's going to be designer and sales. That's it. So if you're a maintenance account manager, it's going to say account manager sales. And then if you're a designer, it's going to say designer and sales. All right. So then you put your email address in. I would ask that you use the same disclosure that we have in our emails. And here's why. The emails are actually standing for legal purposes. So I would ask that you would copy and paste that into each one of your signatures. And all you have to do is say add signature right here to your messages. This includes when you send proposals or invoices to your customers to be reviewed. It puts it in the criteria already, which means it discloses, please don't share this information with other people, and it has value to it. So important stuff. Maybe not to you, but it is to me. The language, honestly, guys, if you knew any one of these, you can actually put in for one of those languages. Maybe it'd be easier. Specific language. I don't know why it has Dutch. I'm going to change that. PDF language. Not sure why it's going to have that too, but now these are grayed out because these are the systems and the calendars we're working on. Okay. Our first day of the week always starts on a Monday. Always starts on a Monday. And the reason for that is our payroll technically ends on a Sunday. Therefore, the first day of the new payroll would be on Monday. So we're just trying to be consistent. These are all up to you. If you want a date format, be an ex-military, I kind of like this one here. It's just how I am. But because that's what everybody else uses, that's what I've gotten used to. If you don't want to change any of these things, don't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about this stuff either. Let's see. Yep. And then you're going to hit save. But you're not done yet because there's so much more you can do in this file. Okay. So I just wanted to save that just to show you if that's all you want to do. But in reality, there's so much more you can do with this program just to kind of make it yours. For example, you can change the appearance. I want to go basic green. Which for me, it's going to be relatively the same color. But considering that I think that that's the same color because I asked somebody earlier that we use for our logo, I'll just leave that there. Going back, I think you're all starting to get the gist of this by now. Appearance, you can go in there and change it. It's kind of cool if you guys are football fans. They actually have schools in here. Pac-10, Washington State. Woohoo! Let's do that. You can change the font you want. These are all the appearance for your own eye. Transactions. Autofill transactions. I would not do that or that. Leave it alone. I would leave these alone as well. Analytics. This is information that you may or may want to see. I wouldn't worry about that. If you see this, please leave that alone. And the reason for that is where the money gets deposited. And unless one of you guys wants to answer the mic on it, which I would never want to do, that's where I would leave it there. Just saying. Okay. Alerts. If you want to know where my alert's going to go and what you could do is, let's say you want to get opportunities. When there's one set up for you, oh, there's a window missing. Okay, I got to fill that in. There'll be one in here that says new opportunities. When you get a new opportunity assigned to you, you will get an email alert. See if it'll let me save it. It won't, because it wants me to search because there's a criteria. I'm not going to worry about it. Somebody hit cancel. Save. But that's my point. You can customize this thing to death, okay? And you can make it suitable for your eye, how you want it to look. There we go. UW, baby. Go Huskies. And so that's what I want to show you on that. These other tabs in here, I think it would behoove you. You guys should not see this one at all. And if you do, it's going to be on something very, very limited. In fact, it should say no on just about everything you try to do. Leads is going to be where raw information comes. That's it. In fact, if you get a lead is somebody that has never had work done before. So any lead that you get that's a new person, and that is not a current client of Bear Creek Landscaping, you're going to start out here. Sorry for a few of you that may not want to follow this process completely, but here's what's going to happen. If you don't enter it as a lead first, and if you create an opportunity or an estimate without doing this first, your lead to close ratio is going to drop significantly, which means it's going to be a deficit. Your success rate will not show that you followed the process, and therefore act as if you didn't get credit for the sales. You might have the sales, but we won't know that you're closing 1 out of 3, 1 out of 5, whatever the ratio is, jobs. Okay? So, opportunities, customers, we're actually going to address these in the upcoming videos. In fact, they're going to be following this video. But for right now, What I would like for you guys to do is get used to this one right here. Activities, scheduling events, tasks, even phone calls. This basically is a calendar that you can use in your system. The other thing I'd like for you to do is in your reminder tab, click on setup. These are things that you can add to your reminder list. For example, none of you are going to worry about overdue bills or call bills or any of this stuff. I don't see why any of you guys would be worried about that. But one of the things that you might be interested in is invoices like that. Invoices that are 30 days over $50,000, because maybe that'll tell you that you're behind on your collections. New roles, opportunities to close. You would want that. Opportunity without sales. You'd want that. Let's see here. And that would close it. So what happened now is this will refresh. What this is telling me is I have 13 leads. I have 1 opportunity to go after. And I have 4 opportunities that don't have sales activity this last week. Well, what could that be? I don't know. Let's click the link and find out, shall we? That was a great question. So here are opportunities that are in here, like Deborah Vining, customer C19 hat. By the way, anything that has a C is a customer. When you see a customer number, anything that has a V is going to be a vendor. Very important. So if I wanted to go in here, I'm in discussion. I closed and won that one. Awesome. But guess what? I did not change this to an invoice. And that's why you see these other things over here that says not done yet. My expected close dates, I'm behind the curve. Now I want them, but I haven't turned them into an invoice yet. That's why they're still showing up in here. Okay. If I turn it into an estimate and then to a proposal, it would show up. So going back to the home page and to summarize. By the way, guys, I'm trying to make these videos approximately 20 minutes long, so you can follow along very easily. So as a summary, I would like for you guys to customize your home screen. You're going to personalize it a little bit. You're going to change your layout. And you're going to add your reminders as necessary after the screen refreshes. There we go. You can actually change this, set up the report by, instead of items, you can go in there and set it up by how many customers, or get rid of it altogether. If you don't want that in there, remove it. Again, this is your personalized site. Nobody else can see it except for you. Now we can, as managers, upper managers, we can see everything, but it has to be told to do it. It's not like we can come in and see what you see on a daily basis. So this is NetSuite 101, super fundamental. The expectation was and is that you would spend just a little bit of time getting used to taking a look at the system and getting to know how NetSuite kind of flows. Go in and click on the tabs and see what happens with it as you use it. Okay. And I mean, as you use the program, go in there and check it out. Click on the tabs right now through May 21st. I feel like I'm selling you something. Sunday. Right now, which is the 19th. Wow. Through the 21st, you have 2-3 days before, actually on the 4th, sorry, I digress. On the 28th of January, the database is being completely deleted for transactional data. So what I would encourage you to do is watch this video, which is NetSuite Fundamentals 101. Okay. And then watch 102, which I'm going to talk about leads, just leads. I'm going to address prospects and opportunities, estimates, and invoices a little bit in 102, but I really want to break this down so you get a chance to use it. Now, we're going to be doing this training over this next week. but I would like for you guys to hear and see how this works, and you can refer back to these videos to help you get through it. So once again, I'm Russ Weaver, the Chief Operating Officer for Bear Creek Landscaping, and I hope this is useful for you to get started in your navigation of, that's right, NetSuite Fundamentals. Have a good day.